What is going up, everyone? I am Robbie Diltz, and my co-host, Dylan Koros.
What is up?
We are here today and doing our Extreme Rules predictions, and there's going to be a lot of ums and ahs. Um, but yeah, so you're probably hearing my fan in the background. I didn't have time to shut that off. I should have done that quickly, but 10 matches on the card. So there's only two of us, so it should go by quicker than usual. Um, Paul is away on summer tour, and Ethan, who would have joined us, is currently jokingly MIA, but I don't know where he is. But yeah, so I guess we'll do bottom to top like we normally do.
Yeah, that sort of looks like.
All right, so the tag team match for the Raw Tag Team Championships, we got the Revival defending against the Usos. You know what, Dylan, you can go first on this one.
Um. Okay then. I'm not exactly sure where this match is going to happen, whether it's actually on the main show or on the pre-show. They do got 10 matches overall, so I'm just going to say, for the hell of it, I'm going to say the Usos will take the belts, because why not? That's a risk prediction.
All right. Oh, man. I mean, yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, like that's a fairly reasonable prediction. Um, and you'll notice I'll be looking off to the side because that's where I have my Wikipedia up because I'm looking at my TV screen. But anyways, um, I think this one, along with the Cruiserweight Championship match, will be on the pre-show. And we'll have like 8 on the main card. I don't know. I'm gonna say the Revival retain. That's gonna be a risk prediction for me there. I don't know. I think they have a chance to retain, and I think they will do just that. Continuing along, Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley in a last man standing match. Um, Now, man, these two beat the hell out of each other on Raw a couple weeks ago, and Braun Strowman basically shoulder tackling Bobby Lashley through the LED board was nuts. It was insane, but I know Braun Strowman won't be at 100% more than likely, and Bobby Lashley took, I guess, the lighter end of the bump, if you will. Or at least that's what it seems like. I guess he's kind of like toughing it out, so to speak. But my prediction for this match, I'm going to go with Braun Strowman in this one. I think Braun's got it in him to win it, despite being not at 100%. Dylan, what do you think?
I think Braun Strowman will win it, but I would actually be happy if Bobby Lashley won it, to be honest.
Okay. Ooh, this next match, the United States Championship match. We'll stick with you for this one. Between the current champion Ricochet and the recently turned heel AJ Styles. Man, AJ Styles and the club are back together. What do you think about that? And who do you think is winning this one?
I like the idea of the club being back together and AJ doing another heel run. I mean, there wasn't really much left of it, of his current babyface run. He had been a babyface for 2 years, 2.5 years probably now.
Yeah.
So I guess, spice a little things up. I'm going to say Ricochet wins by disqualification, perhaps. If AJ Styles wins, I won't be mad at that, because possibly if they want to build up a good SummerSlam match, I would see it being Styles versus Mysterio.
Okay.
Since Mysterio technically never lost the belt, or they can make it a triple threat with Ricochet, but I'm just gonna say safe bet. Ricochet retains the belt. Either he gets a pinfall, or I say most likely it's gonna be a DQ.
All right. Oops. I guess I forgot to silence my phone. But my prediction, for some reason, I want to go with AJ Styles. Um, I think he'll win by shenanigans happening, probably. Um, I don't know. I think I see him possibly coming out of Extreme Rules as the new U.S. champion. Um, I think that's all I'm going to say about that one. Moving on, we'll stick with me for this next match we'll talk about. And we finally figured out who was knocking at Aleister Black's door. Um, I mean, it took a while for someone to actually knock on Aleister Black's door, and we found out yesterday, as we're filming today is Wednesday, so yesterday being Tuesday on SmackDown, we found out that Cesaro is the one to be challenging Aleister Black. And I think Aleister Black's winning it. Although I will give credit to Cesaro if he picks up the win. I wouldn't mind seeing that also, but I think this is Aleister Black's debut on SmackDown. So, or for SmackDown rather, at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, so to speak, I guess, returning, not debut, but yeah, I don't know how I would explain that any better. Um, I'm going to go with Aleister Black. Dylan?
I'm gonna say Aleister Black, hands down.
All right. We'll stick with you for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship Triple Threat Tag Match. Daniel Bryan and Rowan, the current champions, defending against the New Day's Big E and Xavier, as well as Heavy Machinery, Otis and Tucker. Who do you think's walking out of Extreme Rules with those tag belts?
I'm gonna say the Planet's champions will retain. I don't know. I feel like if the SmackDown titles were to, if the Planet's champions were to lose the titles anytime soon, I would think a good spot would be SummerSlam.
Yeah.
To lose those belts. So
that makes sense. Yeah, I'd have to agree. I'll say Planet's champions as well. And I think if the Planet Champions were to lose to someone, I think it will be to Heavy Machinery at some point, probably at a SummerSlam, let's say. I mean, that's only, a month away, so I mean, yeah, it's possible. But Planet's Champions is a safe bet to go with as well. So, moving right along, the Cruiserweight Championship match between Tony Nese and Drew Gulak. Like I mentioned earlier, I think this will be one of the matches on the pre-show. I think Drew Gulak's retaining, hands down. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't see them doing like a flip flop with the Cruiserweight Championship right now. I think the only likely title or a likely champion to have some sort of flip flop would actually be Ricochet losing the belt to Styles. But even though I said Ricochet would retain, I'm just saying that's would be the more likely match that like a brand new champion can lose their belt. So
yeah,
literally, as Drew Gulak would say, Drew Gulak for a better 205 Live. So Drew Gulak retains the Cruiserweight title against Tony Nese.
Okay. We'll stick with you. This next match we'll talk about Bayley, the current SmackDown Women's Champion, defending against both Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross in a 2-on-1 handicap match. I don't know. I think this is going to be an interesting match. What's your prediction on this one?
This can go, I think, two ways, or maybe three ways. So one would be Nikki Cross does all the work and Alexa Bliss gets the pin so that she wins the belt. Another way is that Nikki Cross ends up getting pinned by Bayley, and that could be the end of the friendship between Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. And I guess the third way maybe is that I've heard from people saying is to even out the odds, Sasha Banks makes her return and helps Bayley retain her belt, and then maybe turn her back on her, and that's your SummerSlam match between Sasha Banks and. But I'm gonna say Bayley because I think we haven't really seen Charlotte in a while, and she actually returned at the post tapings. Well, not really post tapings, but I guess post tapings after 205 Live, and she had a title match with Bayley. And so I think possibly they're going to work the actual one-on-one between Charlotte and Bayley for SummerSlam. It's a more marketable SummerSlam match. So I'm going to say Bayley overcomes the odds and beats Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross by pinning Nikki Cross.
All right. I, on the other hand, don't really know which way to go on this. I really hope that scenario you said with Sasha returning, hopefully that doesn't happen. I mean, people will go nuts if it does. I particularly wouldn't be too thrilled, but that's just me. As much as I'm going to want to say Alexa Bliss somehow comes out of Extreme Rules with the SmackDown Women's Championship, and as much as I would love to see Nikki Cross as a women's champion, I'm going to agree with you and say that Bayley will win. This is the second time around that I'm saying Bayley is going to retain. Because if you remember on the last prediction video we did, I also predicted Bayley. I think you might be right, though. I think Bayley will pin Nikki Cross. And it's either that or, like you said, Nikki Cross does all the work, and then possibly Alexa could win. But I don't know. I think the safer way is to go with Bayley retains. And I'll stick with me for the next prediction between the current WWE Champion Kofi Kingston and his challenger Samoa Joe. I don't know. I kind of want to see Samoa Joe as WWE Champion. But is it time for Kofi to drop the title is the question at the moment.
Question is will Brock Lesnar cash in like Paul Heyman had hinted? Because, I mean, a possible Kofi Kingston versus Brock Lesnar match at SummerSlam does seem like a marketable match compared to what possibly could be if they continue possibly this feud going into SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, so if Brock doesn't cash in, Kofi retains the belt. And if Brock, I kind of want to say that if Brock cashed in, he'd fail, but if it happened at Extreme Rules, I would probably say Brock Lesnar wins the match and becomes new WWE champion going into SummerSlam. But as of right now, Kofi Kingston retains the WWE championship. So
okay. You know what? I think, Kofi has definitely this last title defense in him. I think he'll retain this time around. And once SummerSlam comes around, maybe he'll lose it then. Or maybe, who knows, Brock Lesnar cashes in. We don't know what will happen, but And for the sake of if Brock cashes in or not, if he does, I think he'll win the cash-in attempt rather than lose out on it. But yeah, moving along, no holds barred tag team match. The Undertaker and Roman Reigns, an unlikely pairing, going up against Shane McMahon, the best in the world. No, I'm not going to say it for that long, but anyways. And his tag partner is Drew McIntyre, who he is currently paired with. um, I mean, this match has Roman and Taker written all over it, to be honest. But I don't know. We got Shane, who goes around claiming he's the best in the world. We got Drew McIntyre, who I believe is going to be the rumored opponent for Taker, possibly at Mania. Who knows? We don't know yet, or even SummerSlam. But I also could be hearing that Baron Corbin could be. I don't know. Regardless, my prediction for this match, I think I'm going to go with Taker and Roman. Dylan, what do you think?
I keep hearing a bunch of hamsters on the wheel. Like, one of them I heard today was that Drew and Shane would win the match by having Drew pin the Undertaker, which sets up the rumored, and supposedly they're already advertising in Toronto for some reason, Drew McIntyre versus Undertaker in a casket match at SummerSlam.
Ooh.
And then someone had said that this could also lead to one last match between Roman and Shane, because Shane could be all like, I already beat you twice technically, when he actually didn't, because Roman didn't take the pin. And supposedly because also this certain pay-per-view is, as of right now, not even a pay-per-view this year, that they could have this match inside Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam.
Okay.
But I'll just go with the safe bet. I'll say Undertaker and Roman take the win.
All right. And we'll finally talk about this final matchup on the card. And it's a last chance winners take all mixed tag team Extreme Rules match for both the Universal and Raw Women's Championships. We've got the men, saying that because, the man Seth Rollins and the man Becky Lynch, taking on Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans. What do you think is going to go down in this match?
I think it's, cool that they're doing a winner takes all match. Pretty cool idea. It hasn't been done in a while, but I don't think a lot of people are really invested in the match. But I'm just going to say, for the hell of it, just for the sake of, if you want good matches for SummerSlam, I don't think they're going to market Baron Corbin as a world champion going into your second biggest pay-per-view event of the year, and I don't think they're going to put Lacey Evans as the Raw Women's Champion going into your second biggest pay-per-view event of the year. And Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are both marketable competitors. They're both very good merchandise sellers. So best bet is to put them in that spotlight for SummerSlam. So the last chance will be blown for Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans, and the men, as you like to say, will retain their titles.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I think that Seth Rollins and Becky are walking out hand in hand with their titles raised in the air. That's how basically you end the show, with Becky and Seth. I think this is like a great way to end the pay-per-view off. A great way to then move and transition into what's going into SummerSlam. And I have nothing else really to say. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are taking it. I think that's it. That's all the matches that are currently announced on the card as of.
Who knows? Maybe a Nakamura versus Finn Balor match will be added late
Yeah, possibly.
Considering Nakamura beat the Intercontinental Champion in the middle of the ring on SmackDown last night, so
If that match were to happen,
it would be a Balor win.
Balor winning or
It would
winning
be.
at least if it wasn't a non-title match. Or if it, I don't know. Yeah, no, I'll say Balor too. I think that's it though. Like I said, though, there could be matches added or a match added. Um, but as for Wikipedia, this is all the matches that have been announced. Um, we will inform you that as of August 1st, Google Hangouts will no longer be, I guess, a thing, apparently. We got notified of that before we started. So the next night of wrestling for NXT Takeover Toronto and SummerSlam, we'll figure out a way to do it. Figure out how to get it on here on YouTube. If you like these videos, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. You know what? Just because I went out and I got something unrelated to wrestling, but some new Funko Pop vinyl figures.
Oh, he's gonna show them up.
I'm not going to show them off. I mean, yeah, like let's just kind of quickly,
Okay.
there's my shelf. Anyways, if you want to go follow me on Instagram, it's at Original Funko Fan. And yes, I'll plug Dylan's as well. You can follow him at a Funko Podcast because he does Funko Podcasts. Dylan, do you want to plug anything?
I guess the most recent episode we did it was the June 2019 edition, but it was released on Canada Day, July 1st. You can find that, search it up on YouTube. Or actually click the link in the bio on our Instagram page at a Funko Podcast, like Robbie said. And yeah.
Alrighty. But yeah, no, you can go see the 4 new Pop Vinyl figures that I got today. I just picked those up at EB Games. Yeah, we'll be back, I guess, hopefully, for NXT TakeOver Toronto and SummerSlam. That takes place August 10th and 11th. So we'll figure it out sometime before then.
And maybe a certain person we know will be at all 4 events that day. So
yeah, but let's not talk about it. Anyways, this has been another episode of Night of Wrestling. Dylan, thanks again always for being my trusty co-host.
yeah, no problem.
And until then, this has been Night of Wrestling. Peace.